Breaking club news with a rebel grin. From the stands to the mic, they bring the fire, fueling foreign fans with pure desire. It's blue, it's white, it's worldwide pride. We're the insiders, we're all on side. Every chant, every kick, every rise and fall, we follow it all. We're answering the call. Malaga insiders plug us in. Breaking club news with a rebel grin. From the stands to the mic, they bring the fire, fueling foreign fans with pure desire. It's blue, it's white, it's worldwide pride. We're the insiders, we're all on side.
Welcome to a brand new episode of the Malaga Insiders. My name is Chris Marquez, and it's a crazy week. After a crazy match, I'm not alone. I'm joined by the most crazy guy in Scotland, Galen. How are you?
I'm all right, mate. Good morning. Well, it's morning here anyway. Good morning. How are you, mate? Okay?
I'm fine, as you can see. I'm sitting outside. The weather is good. Everything is good.
Yeah, I can't sit outside, mate. Unfortunately.
You can try though.
Yeah, I'll be freezing though. I'll need to come back in within about 2 minutes.
You'll be like the Frozen movie.
Yes, mate. Yeah, very, very frozen, very quickly.
How's your week been so far?
It's been good, mate. It's been busy. Now, as I say, we're Wednesday already, and another few days in Malaga play again, so we can't wait. Cadiz
Yeah.
away from home, so
I just returned from Holland, so it's going to be of a maybe not so well prepared podcast. I came back yesterday. Well, motorcycles drive by. That's what happens when you sit outside.
yes, that's it, mate.
Just sit back and enjoy the traffic sounds in the south of Spain. A crazy weekend we had because Malaga played at home against Huesca. Were you excited on forehand?
Yeah, I think when we discussed the game, when we previewed it last week, I think we were both kind of confident that Malaga should be beating a team like Huesca at home. Obviously, it turned out to be, but yeah, I think obviously them getting that penalty early, everybody you're a bit like, oh, here we go, overconfident again, and then it ends up getting thrown back in your face. But no, it was a routine win, Chris. A win that I expected Malaga to get at the weekend. So I'm very glad that they did, and the way they did it was even better.
No, I didn't prepare the lineup. I'm very sorry.
No, it's fine.
Let's go into that penalty. What happened?
Well, for me, it was one of them where the defenders try to clear the ball, and the strikers just sort of. It was soft, Chris, for me. The defenders tried to stick his leg in the way, and any kind of contact, he sort of jumped down, and for me it was soft. But the minute any kind of contact on the leg, it goes to VAR or whatever. The referee gave a yellow card as well, and yeah, the boy dispatched the penalty very well. But for me, it was a soft penalty.
It was a soft penalty, although I don't think there's any intention to hit the Huesca player.
No.
I think he hit him. So
Yeah, it's one of them, Chris, where when you're looking at the ball, and the ball
Yes.
sort of, you're not looking at the player, so you can't really see where they're trying to put their body because his eyes were focused on the ball, and that's what's happened. He's been looking at the ball, and that defender just sort of put a part of his leg in there, and he just happened to. But there was minimal contact. I mean, like minimal to none. Do you know what I mean? But as we say, we sort of, with the way the refereeing is just now, we sort of kind of expect these kind of decisions. So
yeah. Well, I can't remember. Who it was? Was it Montero?
I think it was yes, it was Montero. Yes, yep.
I just can't remember.
It was him
yeah.
or Murillo, one of the two. But I think you're right. I think it was Montero.
The thing that happens for me is that there are two Malaga players missing the ball. before Montero or Murillo, could be Murillo as well, by the way, make the foul against the Huesca player. I think it's an unlucky penalty. I think it is a penalty, a soft penalty, because he has no intention. It was different than last week. Victor's foul. You know what I mean? Victor went for the player, and he hit and this week he hit the player, and it's a penalty. Unlucky, and then after 30 minutes, it's starting to work on my nerves a bit. Those playoffs, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you want to stay in, you don't want to get out of the playoff spots. And
No, definitely.
it started to work on my knees, on my nerves, and on my knees probably.
Yeah.
After 30 minutes, it was Oscar Sierva who scored the penalty. But 5 minutes later, it was already David Larrubia who brought the score back to 1-1. And in the extra time, in the added time of the first half, the same situation happened at Huesca side.
Yeah.
Because I also didn't think the player was going for Adriano.
No. Again, it was for me. It's another soft one. You don't actually know anything's happened until you see the players clearing out the box after the clearance, and then you see Adriano still on the ground, and you think, "Oh, what's happened?" Because I don't think any of us actually seen anything that looked like, that could be. And then obviously once you work through the replays you get, and you see that basically it was the exact same kind of incident that they got the penalty for. And like we said at the time in the chat, if you're given the first one, you have to give the second one.
Yeah, but then it went to VAR first.
Yeah,
because the ref didn't see it.
Yeah.
Eventually, he sees the images, and Malaga gets a penalty, and it's Adriano who puts Malaga, in front of Huesca.
Yeah.
Then, also really interesting, in the 52nd minute, Joaquin Munoz scores the 3-1, and then you think it's done.
Yeah. That's exactly it. You think 3-1, game's done. I think for me it was a bit different for the Valladolid game, because Valladolid did look dangerous in the game, whereas Huesca didn't really offer up anything. So I thought 3-1 up against them, I can't see them scoring 2 goals just to get back level. But obviously it turned out a wee bit more, obviously, stressful than we thought, obviously. But yeah.
Then in the last minutes of the match, I don't know what happened. They scored the 3-2, and then
I think
this is going to be the same as last week.
That's what I thought. The minute that got given, I thought, here we go.
Here we go again. And there's going to be a lot of added time.
Yeah, and then nerves. I think the players could get a bit nervy as well.
Yeah. You saw Malaga. I don't know what happened, but you saw them probably reminding what happened the week before, and they got nervous.
Yes.
Malaga looked very nervous. Well, until that goal, they had the match under control.
They did. And like we said, that goal that they got was it was like miscommunication. It was a mistake. And then Polino gets in and heads it in. And it was a bit like you're saying with the first one. It could have been avoided if it was just, people missing the ball, not dealing with it, and then it sort of ends up under a wee bit. But yeah, that second goal for me was it a miss kick for, was it Murillo or Montero who went, did they miss kick it or?
Yeah.
And then it's popped up in the air, and then it's, it was just one of the really funny goals, like freak incident goals. And then they're back 3-2 in Malaga. It's looking from being comfortable. You're now like, can we just get the final whistle, please?
Yeah, but then savior of the day, Chupete comes.
Wow, I mean,
puts the ball in a very nice way behind the goalkeeper, isn't it?
Chris, that's.
Oh no! First it was. Was it? Yeah, Chupete.
Yeah.
Chupete.
It was the one where the ball comes in high, and it takes like it either takes a touch or it hits him, and then it pops up to I can't remember who was next to him, and then he sort of gives it back, and then it's like that half. What a strike it was! But the touch when the ball was coming in for height, I was like, "What a touch that is!" To knock it into the other Malaga player's path. But the finish was brilliant. You know, that sort of lob over the keeper. It's beautiful.
And then you think 4-2.
Yeah.
But again, not the case. Because Huesca came back again.
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 Well, I think we need to just stop, like, until the final whistle goes, we need to stop thinking, man, we're winning 3-1. Game's done, you know, because Malaga have proven...
It's 4-2. And then they score again.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. And then you think, no, this is going to end in a 4-4 or something. But again, Chupete came again.
Yeah, another great goal, rounds the keeper very well. You can tell he's playing with a lot of confidence, especially to come on after obviously being starting on the bench. Obviously, probably wouldn't have been, I know it's a squad game, but when you're a striker who's playing with the form that he's in and you're on the bench, you're probably a wee bit like pissed off. But he's came on and he's like, for all the attackers in the team to score, you know.
But it's crazy, isn't it? Because it doesn't make sense at all, if you ask me. A lot of goals in the added time. There were a total of 17 minutes added time.
Crazy. That's when you know that VAR's getting too involved, Chris. Because a lot of that stoppage time is due to VAR, and you know that we can't have that. Like it's getting ridiculous now. We're playing, you know, sometimes near enough 20 minutes over the 90 minutes, depending on what your injury time is, half time and full time.
I think that was the most chaotic match of the season. 8 goals, 2 penalties, VAR moments. Is Chupete the match winner?
Based on the fact they scored the two decisive goals, but I would say that in the grand scheme of the whole game, I would say that I don't just want to sort of like put it on like Chupete, but I felt the whole team for large parts of the game were very good. I wouldn't like to just, you know, like I didn't want to take Larubia's goal to take that first time. The way he did, I didn't just want to gloss over that. I think we need to obviously talk about how good because that's a hard finish, Chris. That's a very hard technique.
And it's a very important goal because they were leading 1-0 and you have to come back. And that was a very good goal. But also on the other side you have Chupete who scores twice in 6 minutes.
Yeah. But as I say, no, you're right. And like you say, the most important thing was at the times when he scored them was when they were just coming into it. They were getting their goals, and he managed to give us that couple of goal gap each time. So, yeah, I mean, like let's be honest, like he's came on, scored the 2 sort of decisive goals, so he probably was the match winner. But at the same time, I think we've got guys there who are doing you know, Larubia's stepped up massively as well, and I'm really enjoying watching the team now with this. I really am.
Yeah. The match got briefly stopped because somebody from the stands thought they were a llama and spit it towards a Huesca player.
Yeah, it can't be doing that.
If there's one thing I really dislike, and that is actions against players from other teams because they're just doing their job. They want to win.
Yeah.
You can hate them, you can sing towards them, but besides of spitting being one of the most nastiest things for me.
Yeah, that's disgusting.
Should leave a player alone. You know what I mean?
Will the club get fined for it?
Or maybe an empty stand next week.
Oh God. Is there proof for the spitting incident, Chris, yeah?
I don't know, yeah, it's a proven incident. The match got stopped, so I don't know. That's where I draw the line. I mean, spitting is like really gross.
Yeah, it's just common as muck. That's what we would say in Scotland. If you're spitting on somebody, you're as common as muck. It's dirty, it's filthy. It's just not a nice thing to do. Doesn't matter who you're spitting towards, whether it be your worst enemy. It's just something you don't do. It's highly disrespectful.
can sing a song towards a player, I can understand that, but
Yeah.
spitting and those kind of things is not really what I think is normal. If you
Most
ask me,
definitely.
unless you're a llama, and that's what you know.
Yeah.
But Huesca, after the match, directly sacked their manager Bolo.
Yeah, I've seen that.
I understand it because you want to make a change, but I didn't think they were that bad. You know what I mean? They fought till the end.
Yeah, they tried. I mean, even like Portillo, who played the ex Malaga, you can see he was trying. He was trying to get his still a goal, but like I didn't look at them as a team that weren't trying for the manager. They did try. Malaga were just a better team. They just had better quality on the night. I don't think that should take anything away from Huesca. But you know yourself, Chris. These teams, these the owners, they get a bit panicky now. Like it's the manager carousel is continuing in the Segunda. There's been a lot of managerial casualties now, and this is just another one to add to it. And it'll probably not be the last. There'll probably be more between now and the end of the season.
Probably.
There's not
Malaga
two other
won.
managers.
Yeah, Malaga won 5-3.
Yep.
Let's look at the other results in Segunda this weekend. The weekend kicked off with Cadiz, our next opponent, against Mirandés. Cadiz won away in Mirandés 2-0.
Yeah.
And they come from losing 4 or 3 matches, so quite a good result. They have before the match against Malaga. Cultural Leonesa lost 1-2 against Racing Santander. Zaragoza won against Almeria. Bit of a strange result. Very good. Valladolid won 3-2 against Leganés. Ceuta lost 1-2 against Depor. Real Sociedad B won but received a red card against Córdoba. Granada drew 1-1 against Andorra. Malaga won 5-3 against Huesca. Eibar drew 0-0 against Burgos. Gijón scored 4 times against Castellón, who were up with 1 man less after red card. Gijón won 4-1, very important for Malaga, and Albacete won against Las Palmas.
Yeah.
That leaves us with the table. Racing is still leading with 59 points. They are 7 points off of the number 2, which are Deportivo La Coruña.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Can we
They've got
say
a big
that
gap
they are creating a gap?
Yeah, I was just going to say that. Yeah, they're starting. We really need them to start maybe dropping some points just so we can try and get that, because it's looking like, even if you're staying for looking at the automatics, you'd be looking at that like that second place. If they keep going the way they're going, it's no looking like maybe they could be, taking that first spot. Then it would be basically just out of everybody sort of else in the top 6 for that second automatic promotion place. But I think they'll still drop points, Chris.
Yeah, but still, I mean, Malaga, Depor second with 52 points. Almeria has the same amount of points, and then Malaga is 4th with 51 points. So we have 1 point less than the number 2.
Yeah.
So everything is still open. Castellón is 5th with 49 points.
Yeah.
Only 2 points less than Malaga, but they lost the last 3 matches.
Yeah.
That's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, because they were flying. They were on a similar kind of run to us, if no better. They were. Pablo Hernandez went in there and done a magic job.
Lost 3 matches in a row now. We can't say we can't talk about a crisis yet, but I think they need to get back. Well, we hope they're not getting back to winning form.
Well, that's what I mean. Any team in and around us, like let them drop as many points as they need to. I'm happy with that.
And Las Palmas is closing the playoffs with 48 points.
Yeah.
And after that, it's Burgos, and Burgos has 47 points, which means that Malaga still has a gap of 4 points.
4 points.
With the number 7. And top, 6 points with the number 8. So that's good.
Yeah,
Right.
no, but as I say, it was important getting that win. Obviously, for the result the week before was quite upsetting. If you're looking at taking 6 points for the 2 games, we could be in a totally, a much better position. But the fact we're still obviously in that, you know what I mean?
Yeah. And at the bottom of the table, Mirandes has 24 points. The gap now with the number 18 is 10 points. So I think they will relegate for sure. And then we have
Yeah.
Cultura Leonesa with 27 points. Real Zaragoza. It looks like Real Zaragoza is trying to make their great escape because they're only 4 points behind on Leganés now.
Yeah, I've seen that. They've had a couple of important wins over the past sort of 3-4 games. So they're showing up. They're showing a bit of fight, Chris. Which,
Yeah.
do you know what I mean? That could be another big club casualty that drops out as the Segunda if they were to go down. But they've still got a lot of work to do. They've had a couple of wins, so they're proving they can get wins. But they need to prove. You need to show that you can go on a run of games in this division, Chris. Look at what Malaga had to do. Before we changed manager, we'd win and then get beat, and you were never really getting any. You weren't getting any separation.
Huesca is on the 19th position with 31 points and
Yeah.
3 points behind Leganés, who are 18th. So if nothing changes, it will be Mirandes, Cultura Leonesa, Zaragoza, and Huesca who will relegate.
Yeah.
Are you ready for some news?
I'm ready for news. Always ready for news.
According to Radio Marca Malaga, Funes and Laurent Juarez will be the next to sign a new contract with Malaga. The contracts of both of them expire at the end of this season in June. And according to Radio Marca Malaga, the club wants to announce both of their contracts before April. Both will probably sign till 2028.
That's good for the stability of the club. I think the manager needs to be tied down. Manager needs security. Do you know what I mean? So the fact if he can get a contract.
Yeah, and I think he has proven himself to be a decent manager now. After all these weeks.
I think that, we were a bit sceptical at the start, but he's definitely proven us wrong. And he's proven that he can get this. He can definitely get this team to where it wants to be, where it needs to be. And Laurent Juarez as well, I want to give him his credit because he's come in there and he's tied up a lot of important contracts for a lot of important players. So regardless if we might lose them, you're still going to make money on them because they're tied under contract. And Malaga are then under the position of power. Nobody can just come in and take them on a free contract or in the last year of their deal. All these top young talent that we have, they're all tied up for the next 2 to 3 years. So if somebody wants to buy them, you need to put up the money. That's the way that Malaga need to work it now. Hopefully you don't lose them, but at the end of the day, you're a selling club. Everybody is. So, everybody comes at a price. But I think it's just really good that he's got all the players tied down, Chris.
Yeah, I think that both Laurent Juarez and Funes are showing that they're adding something to Malaga. Laurent Juarez's vision he had with Real Sociedad B, that is what made the club big again. He seems to be pulling that off with Malaga now. So, and I think it's a good strategy. Look at your own academy, and that's where you earn the money. And
well, like you say, Chris, we didn't have money to spend, so it's not like we can go out and spend millions or $1 million on anybody. So you rely on the players that come up for the academy, and that's what they're doing. I think they've both got a good relationship. You can tell Funes and Laurent Juarez have got a good relationship as well, which is obviously vitally important, not just to the playing squad, but everything sort of trickles down, doesn't it? So if you're working well at the top, that's going to filter down to every sort of level down to the playing squad. So yeah, it's positive times, Chris, which is very good.
It's and also the opting for talent in the province, because with the agreement they signed at the start of the season, where 80 clubs, or end of last season, where 80 clubs now they have a kind of contract deal with. I think that's very good for the province. I think that's good for the talents, and I think that's very good for Malaga Club de Football. So
Definitely.
it all
Yeah,
looks positive.
100%.
What doesn't look positive is that Rafita didn't
Yeah,
train the start of this week training due to an injury in the match against Huesca. He
yeah,
got subbed. Dani Sanchez came in, the return of the big Dani Sanchez.
yeah,
That's good for Dani Sanchez. It's
yeah,
bad for us. And
yeah.
and for Rafita, of course, that he seems to be injured. I don't know. The club haven't said anything about it yet. So I think that's positive news.
Yeah, that is good, because usually if it was bad, they would come out early and tell you it was bad. The fact they've not came out probably tells you, Chris, if they're not letting in, like yourselves know, they're probably day by day, they're not wanting to give out any information that could, oh, he's out injured, and then turns out a couple of days later he's fine. So they're probably just
Yeah,
taking
so
it day by day.
yeah, so let's hope he will be back in time for the match
Yeah.
against. I'm checking the WhatsApp now. Nothing.
No.
No. Nothing. Then we go to before I go to results, we have tomorrow is Retro Kit Day.
Yes.
Tomorrow is the big day.
Can't wait, mate. I don't know why I'm so excited for something so simple, but I am. I've been buzzing for this for the past 2 weeks.
Yeah, me too.
But you didn't get, you know yourself, Chris. Like, I think it's just a great thing that the league are doing. Like other leagues didn't do it, so it's like the fact that you can, like, you're part of this, take part and enjoy it, and obviously, we've got the home match that weekend as well. So I think the whole place, Malaga, will be buzzing that weekend. I'm sure you'll have
to be
that.
honest, I can't be arsed seeing any team playing in a retro kit except for Malaga. I
Yes.
just don't care. I don't care Las Palmas playing in a retro kit. I don't care Cadiz playing in a retro. I don't care
Yeah.
any of them playing in a retro kit. But I do like to see Malaga playing in a retro kit.
Yes.
And I mean, we are hyped. Malaga's hyping it. Everybody's hyping it.
Yes.
I just don't want to be disappointed.
Malaga though, Chris, but there's a lot more good kits to pick from than bad kits. So it would be very hard for the people making the decision to make the wrong decision. I'm hoping that the people within Malaga have made the right. I'm the same as you. I'm not apprehensive. I want to know exactly like what kit they've went with. See if they've went with fucking. You know what I mean? I don't want to jinx it. I don't want to jinx it.
I want it to be a good kid, and Malaga has a lot of good kids, but also kids. Not that I don't like them, but I wouldn't say, "Wow, they're epic."
Yeah.
Wow, this is really a shirt I want.
It's how retro do they want to go as well? How far back? Because I was looking at ones for like the early 2000s, but then I'm like, are they maybe going to go back to the sort of late 90s? And you just didn't know how far back do they want to go for it to be retro? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, and I mean,
are we looking at the
my
Kelly
style-
kits?
my favorite kids are 80s, 90s. I think that's the golden age for football kids.
Yeah.
But then
Yeah.
somebody else might think different. You know what I mean? If you're born in the year 2000.
It depends on your age group as well. Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Because I'm looking at I was looking at the early 2000s. The night tops, and I'm thinking, that's maybe no like far back enough for it to be classed as retro yet. That's only 20 years ago. Is that enough time to call it a retro kit? I wouldn't say so.
I mean, we once did, I think it's 2 years ago or a year
Yeah.
ago, we did a top 3. I'm trying to find out if I can find it somewhere. A top 3 kids from Malaga. And the result I wasn't really happy how it ended, because we did a competition, everybody could choose. We did like several, because it's a lot of kids. We did every kid since 1994, I guess.
Right.
And the ultimate kit result was, let me check, ultimate kit. I know that the kick that won was the season of the Champions League. That season,
Right.
the home goal shirt.
Yeah.
I don't know. It didn't make me really happy, actually.
No. I agree with you as well when you said I think for it to be the retro kit with Malaga would be more beneficial going for an away kit, not a a home strip. But you said they'll probably not do that because have they done that before? So it should be an away. I'll be an away kit this time. You said, yeah. Hopefully.
Yeah, I think so. I can't see the winner anymore. That's a shame. But I know the winner was the Champions League, the season of the Champions League, the home shirt.
Right.
Well, if you ask me, and I don't know if you can see it, these ones are class.
Yeah, they're nice.
This white one.
Yep, that's
is
really
amazing.
nice. Yeah,
I mean, this one
I like
is
that.
class as well.
Yeah, they're nice.
But if it would be this one,
I like that too. That's really, yep. I've seen that, I've seen that one. Because I was going to put it onto the chat. I was going to look through some and say, look, and put it onto the chat. What do you think of this? What do you think of that? But that's really nice.
this is the holy grail because there are only a few people who have this kit. It was the third kit of the season, 97, 98 or 98, 99.
Yeah, so that's I think that is the sort of round of that one. That's the purple and the green. That's really nice as well, by the way.
My neighbor has it. So
Oh, does it?
Yeah, there's a lot of kits like. I just hope it's a real retro one and not something.
Well, that's what I want. I want them to go as far
80s,
back as
90s, yeah.
yeah. Don't be
80s,
scared to
90s.
go fucking back to the 80s or the 90s. Don't be. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, but I would also not like them to go back further than the 80s.
No, because you want people who are still
Mid
aging
80s
up.
maybe. But
Yeah,
I don't want I don't want those colors with
the strings. Yeah.
yeah with the strings in it. I mean,
Like Umbro, it was Adidas and Umbro done them for a while, didn't they?
yeah.
With the France kit and the Man United, they all had these sort of
Yeah. That's not really my kind of thing, but yeah.
Yeah.
Tomorrow is the grand day. I'm sure we will post it.
So where did they, Chris? Where did they unveil these kits? What is there an event that they do it, or does every club just unveil their kit on the day?
I don't know because we're coming to that in a second. Because we have the Cadiz kids today. Atletico Malaga lost 1-2 against Cadiz. What's new?
They're struggling, aren't they? They're struggling big time. They can't buy a win, they boys. It's a
He
shame.
isn't struggling anymore.
Yeah, it just seems to be the normal now, doesn't it?
Yeah. Malaga Femenino drew 0-0 against Granada. And
They're flying. They're doing really well. Good for them.
Yeah, but they dropped a spot on the table.
Yeah, it just shows you how tight it is, though, because they've been doing very well.
Yeah, Welva's now second, but they have the same amount of points as Welva. So
Right.
the only difference is that Welva has plus 32 and Malaga has plus 25 goals.
Right. Okay.
The goal difference. We're going to Cadiz.
Yes.
I'm going to Cadiz.
You're going to Cadiz, yes.
Yes. For everybody who's listening and wants to go to Cadiz, Cadiz have posted on their social that it's not allowed for Cadiz fans to sell their season tickets for the match against Malaga, and that Malaga fans in the local stands will be removed from the stadium, as it is considered to be a high-risk match.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Makes sense.
You can't be.
What do we know about Cadiz? Well, I can give you two names. That's Antonito Cordero and that's Ontiveros.
Yes.
Antonito Cordero, you love him or you hate him. You can love him and you can hate him. You can love him for scoring that 122nd minute goal in Tarragona, which brought Malaga back to professional football in Segunda División. and you can hate him for not renewing his contract
Yeah.
and signing with Newcastle United, but went on a loan to Westerlo, where they said in the winter, during the winter transfer period, we won't need you, and now he is in Cadiz on loan.
Yeah.
And I think he believes too much in himself. I think that's his main problem.
I think you just need to look at the fact that he's back on loan at Las Palmas to tell you that he's left Malaga too early.
Well,
And I
Cadiz,
know-
he's back at Cadiz. Las Palmas and Cadiz are
Yeah,
quite a
sorry, he's
difference.
back. Yeah.
Yeah, no problem. Both yellow. I understand.
But he's the fact he's had 2 loan spells already. But again, if you've got an agent, Chris, that knows that you can get more money, that means he gets more money. They're going to push you to that. They didn't really care. Like Malaga's the best place for your career right now. You're maybe not going to make a lot of money, but we can go to Newcastle. You're probably not going to play, but we can double your wages, and I'm going to get a lot of money. So let's just go there. I didn't really care if you play, you know.
If you ask me, I think he's a new Kevin.
Yeah. Yeah, he's not done anything since he left. Even since he came back, he's done nothing. Do you know, he's not done anything. I think he struggles to get a game.
Have you seen a match of Cadiz? Are you prepared coming on this podcast? Their style of play.
I can't think if I've actually seen them playing this. I think I did because I can remember. No, I did. Was it the other week there? Because I recognised that Suso was playing for them, the ex Seville player, who's a and the who was it Zaragoza that beat them?
I can't remember. Well, I know.
I think it could have been that. It was either. I'm getting mixed up with them in Las Palmas because they're bloody yellow and blue.
What I know is that we're playing against a team that doesn't fit our style of play.
No, and we've not. By the way, we've not got a good record against them, Chris. I had a look. I don't think we've beat them since 2020.
I think didn't we beat them at home this season. I just travelled back from Holland yesterday. I had no time in Holland or yesterday to do something whatsoever. So I did this preparation in 5 minutes. But they're a very defensive side.
Yeah.
They will sit deep and protect their box. That's what.
Even at home. Even at home, yeah.
Even at home. And the dangerous thing is, and that's their main weapon as well, that they have a quick counter. They don't build slowly, but more vertically.
Yeah.
Vertical football. So that's something that doesn't fit us really well.
No.
So our defense have to, I don't know. This is the same football probably we saw against Mirandés, Real Sociedad B.
Well, that's what worries me. Just looking at recent away games against teams that are sort of currently in the same sort of level, the Cadiz, Mirandés, Sociedad B, they're all going to be dangerous games. You need to be on, you need to be on your best to go, especially away from home, Chris, and be defensively. Because, like you say, they've obviously got. They're not the best footballing team, but they've obviously got ways they can be effective and hurt you at the same time. So Malaga need to be prepared for everything.
They will probably try and win the ball and try to give a long ball.
They'll try and bring Malaga onto them. Get Malaga to maybe commit as many players forward. Keep coming, keep coming. Steal the ball.
And long ball, and then.
And you know yourself, Chris, our weakness a lot of the time is balls in behind the fullbacks, in behind Rafita, in behind Puga when they're attacking. Yeah. And that could maybe be where they maybe look to hurt us, but let's hope that that's not the case.
They usually play a 4-4-2.
Now, that's pretty old school as well.
But sometimes they switch to a 4-3-2-3-1, or sometimes they'll just start 4-2-3-1.
Right.
Their biggest struggle, so where we have to get them, is controlling the games.
Right.
And defensive errors under pressure. And they're not very creative. It's a long ball and that's it.
Yeah.
So they're not very creative, and when you put them under pressure in their defense.
Yeah,
That's where you can.
it should
That's
be
where their
quite,
weakness lies.
should be quite an easy team to analyse. Then Funes should find easy to analyse what they'll be looking to do to give the players the proper game plan to go and execute to go and get a win. This is where we need to obviously be defensively solid. This is where we can exploit them in attack. Like you say, Chris, they're probably not going to try and give away too much. They'll sit deep. They'll sit with their gaps will be, defensive gaps between midfield and defence. Between defenders and midfielders will probably be quite tight. There'll probably not be much room to play through. So it's
But also earlier this month they changed their manager.
yeah, seen
And
that.
it's Sergio Gonzalez who came back as the head coach.
Right.
And their difference probably is with before the Cadiz under the former manager is that
Yeah.
they have more energy, that they show more energy on the pitch and faster starts, early goals, and directness.
You usually get that with a new manager coming in. A new manager usually gives you that lift for a couple of games and then you end up sort of levelling back out, don't you? It's
Yeah.
the new manager bump they call it, don't they? But let's just, I think Malaga are in good enough form that we should be going there and beating a team like that. But they just, like you say, need to defend properly.
The former manager was Garitano.
What was it?
Gaisca Garitano.
Guys, Garitano.
That was the former manager. They have, what can we say? Ortuño at on the midfield is I think a top player.
Yeah.
Who else?
Suso's obviously a good
Ontiveros.
player. He's the wrong side of 30, but Suso's he still have quality.
Suso, yes, Suso. I forgot about
You know what I
Suso.
mean? He'll. I'll be
And
interested
of
to see
course-
where he plays. If he plays out wide, or will he play up front, or will he play in behind the striker, or
Yeah, and the top scorer is Tabatatse.
who?
Tabatatse.
Hmm.
A better name than Eno, isn't it?
Yeah.
We didn't see Eno much.
No, he was injured. Remember, he was injured. He was injured.
Yeah,
Thank
Eno
God.
was injured.
Eno was out.
Eno was injured. But our biggest problem will be La Ley del Ex, the law of the ex-footballer, and that would be probably Ontiveros and Cordero.
Yeah, when players come up against their old teams, you always want to do well, don't they? So no doubt,
Yeah.
they'll be trying their best, just like Portillo was at the weekend there. But let's just concentrate on Malaga. Try not to worry about what the other teams want. They should be worrying about us.
I don't want to screw things up, but both don't really have good stats though. Antonito Cordero has played 10 matches so far, 0 goals, 0 assists.
Wow, that's bad.
Ontiveros played 15, 1 goal and 1 assist. So not.
No wonder they can't win games. If that's your attackers, 1 goal and 1 assist, and then the other one's got no goals and no assists, that's not very, very efficient, is it?
It really isn't. What should Malaga do?
Play the way Malaga play. I wouldn't be changing for anybody. I wouldn't be changing the way we play for anybody. I think that we just play our game, go out with the right mentality. I think it's just all about having the right mentality when we go away from home. Try and minimise the mistakes. And if there is we do come under a wee bit of pressure, because I found that Malaga can be dominant for maybe 10, 15 minutes in a game, Chris, and then something will happen, and then they start getting really nervy. They start making silly mistakes, doing things that are out of character, and then they just put themselves under pressure, and then the team will end up scoring, or they give away a silly penalty. It's like we didn't and it's not like the opposition doing anything to cause it. I just think that the Malaga players, I don't know what it is, they just seem to explode at times. I just think we need to play our own game. You know, but we're flying just now. We've got a lot of dangerous players in that team. Like, mate, what do we do? Are we going to play? Do we start Chupe? Do we keep Nino up front? Do you know what I mean? What do you? That's going to be a tough one, but it's a great problem to have.
What I do know is that Cadiz is 15th on the table, so they are not really having the season they hoped and wanted to be.
Yes.
Because if you ask me, where will Cadiz be at the end of the season, I wouldn't say that low on the table.
No.
But they come from a 2-0 win in the away match against Mirandés.
Yes.
So their new manager started off with a win.
Yes. Well, let's hope that after this weekend, he's looking at a loss.
Yeah, let's hope.
You know what I mean?
Before, yeah. So it is one win. The last one was a win. Before 3 losses and 1 draw.
Yeah, I had a look at the form and it didn't. Again, I've made that mistake. You know, you look at teams, the form they're in, and you're like, oh, they've not been great. And then all of a sudden we go to Mirandes, we get beat. We go to Sociedad B, you know, and then we drop points. And it's like, I'm trying not to look at how bad like form these teams have been in, and I'm just trying to take it on the actually one game against Malaga, because Malaga know they need to be better away from home as well, Chris. You know, we've dropped points against some shite.
Yeah, but it's usually these teams who play very defensively.
We struggle.
We struggle. That's where we struggle.
Yeah.
Those quick outbursts from those teams to get that first goal and then close themselves in.
Yeah. I just think against these teams, you do need to be patient. You're not going to break them down and score after 10, 15 minutes. It's maybe going to take till maybe early in the second half to break them down. But what you didn't want to do, you didn't want to get too gun-ho where you're leaving too many opportunities for them to create stuff. You know, you start throwing men forward, trying frantically to get a goal. The goal will come if you just keep doing the right things.
Yeah, but it's difficult because we need a team that wants to play football.
Yeah.
Because we need space on our rival's pitch.
And you'll probably find
give you space.
No, they don't. And they'll probably be quite physical, you know, La Rubia and Danny Lorenzo, they guys will probably get kicked up and down again, and you know.
And that's what you can expect. That there will be 2 men up against La Rubia and 2 men will be up against Chupe or Nino. Yeah. And 2 men against Joaquin.
Yes, that's right. That's the danger, isn't it?
And then you take the danger away. So maybe, I don't know, maybe it's time to focus on scoring from outside of the box with Lothar maybe.
Danny Lorenzo could maybe.
Lorenzo.
Should he maybe be looking to maybe start chipping in with some more goals? His all-round performance is amazing, but should he be maybe looking to? Again, I know he doesn't always play like the advanced, but you know it'd be good to see him getting a couple of more goals, maybe some more assists. Same with Otto.
What do you do with another player like Rafita, for example? If he isn't fit, if he doesn't get fit before Cadiz, do you play Dani Lorenzo? I mean, you can also play Victor now.
Well, that's what I mean. Victor's obviously, as long as he's not going to just run about kicking people for no reason, then I'd be more. You know, I just didn't want liabilities back in the team. You know, he was given an opportunity when Puga was out suspended. And for me, blew it. He let his team down. So you need to come in. You need to gain your team's trust again. If Funes does give him the starting spot at left back, he can't be doing what he done that last game. He got sent off. You need to be, you know, keeping the head and helping the team, not, you know, making it worse for the team.
I totally agree with you. Current status. That's good news actually, because I didn't check this before. Their top scorer, Tawatatse, is out with a cruciate ligament injury. And Gabriel Teveros will miss the match because of a heel injury. And they Clement. So they're missing 3 players. On the other side, we're not sure with what 11 we are going to start. So
Yeah.
if Rafita will be in it or not. Let's check out your kits. This is the home kit.
I don't mind it. Like I don't mind the yellow and blue. I don't. It's not the worst kit I've seen. There's nothing too
No,
fancy about it. It's, you know,
just simple,
yeah, simple. Yeah,
simple. Um, Hello, Ice Roma.
yeah. I don't mind the gold. I quite like the gold. The sort of the gold sponsor and stuff like that. I'm not, is that a dark red or is that a maroon or a
It's a
burgundy?
dark red. It's a dark red.
Is it? No. It's okay. As I say again, it's
Yeah,
nice. It's
easy,
nice and simple.
simple.
Eh?
Not much details, which is
No.
fine.
Yeah.
It does what it's meant to do.
Yeah.
But the third has a lot of detail.
I like that. I do. I don't mind that. I like that, Chris. I do. I like that
I
pattern. I
think,
like the colours.
yeah, I like the colors. I think it's just a bit too much of detail. The third kit.
Yeah.
I mean, it's I don't know what it is. It looks like ancient.
Yeah, is it like warriors or something, or like shields?
Yeah, I
So,
don't. A shield. I don't know what I see. I see a lot of things, but it's very busy.
yeah, there's a lot happening.
Not, yeah,
There's a lot happening in there.
Yeah. It wouldn't not especially my thing though.
No, I like it. It's
Uh,
not too like colours.
What they have, and I'm not sure if these are their ones. They already have two retro kits.
No, no. What kit does that look like? To me, that looks like
Scotland,
France.
Scotland,
France. For me, it's France. It looks like the France one for the 80s.
Yeah, yeah. It looks like France, but because of the blocks on it,
Yes.
it looks like a Scottish. How do you call it?
Where about?
A men's skirt.
On the badge? On the
The
badge?
pattern. No, the pattern of the shirt on the shirt. It has like little blocks.
Or the fit? Like you? Yeah. Scotland have the tartan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're
The
talking
thing is, the
Scottish to me now.
Scotland's always a darker blue than that, Chris.
Yeah, but it reminds me of a Scottish men's skirt.
Yeah, the kilt. It's a kilt, mate. It's not a skirt.
Kilt,
It's a
yeah.
kilt.
I could,
You know, wear a kilt. You didn't wear like you didn't wear pants under the kilt. If you're wearing a kilt, you're wearing a kilt, and that's it.
yeah, I know.
That's the way you wear a kilt. That's
I
the way
like it.
proper men wear a kilt.
Yeah, it wasn't meant to offend. You don't have
No,
to
you
get
are
angry
no
now.
offend. I didn't get
I
offended
just-
with stuff like that, mate.
I just couldn't remember the Celt name. So the name
Yeah,
of
the
it,
kilt. Yeah,
it's a Celt.
it's a
So
kilt.
a skirt was the closest thing I could
The
think
man,
of.
the man's skirt.
The men's skirt.
The man's skirt.
Did I
You get
offend
some nice.
Scots?
You do. To be honest with you, you do get some nice. I've not worn a kilt many times in my life. To be honest, I'm not going to sit here
No.
kid on like, Mr. Scotland and I'll wear a kilt. I don't. You wear them at weddings, or maybe
Yeah.
a cut. But even at that, most people don't. Every.
No, it's not that you're going to very but
But what's nice though is some clubs have their own tartan. Scottish clubs have their own tartan, like Celtic have their own tartan. And they when certain kits, they put it onto their strap. And I think that's
Yeah,
what
okay.
guys that every if your family name, if you were Scottish,
Yeah,
my
yeah.
would have your family would have its own tartan. Like I'm a Gordon, you have the Gordon tartan. Every family has a tartan, which I think that's quite a cool idea.
Yeah,
Obviously, we
no,
have the kilt.
really. I mean, I have even a Dutch friend who owns one. I hear a lot of tracking from your side. 1 second. Maybe Sorry if I offended you. It was not my intention to offend you. We had some technical difficulties. There's no intention at all. I didn't know it was a Celt. I couldn't remind the name of Celt, so I said Manskirt to at least make myself explain. So I'm very sorry. Let's look at the last kit, the retro kit. I like this one. Power Rangers. And it's very much Power Rangers. And I think it's very nice. What else do we got? Because we're already at the last bit of the podcast. As we left our friend Caleb, I'm doing the last part by myself. For this week, cultural bit, I have something. Because that I do a story this week, I'm going to bring you 20 fun facts about the city of Malaga. And we start off with the first one. Malaga had streetlights before London. Believe it or not, Malaga was one of the first cities in Europe to have public street lighting. The Alcazaba, for the people who visited it, has a secret double wall system. The Alcazaba of Malaga has a rare military design, a double set of walls called coracha that made it nearly impossible to invade from the sea. Malaga had its own skyscraper in the Roman times. The Romans built a massive industrial fish salting factories here to produce garum, famous sauce exported across the empire. It was basically the Silicon Valley of fish sauce. You can walk through 3,000 years of history in minutes. In just a short walk, you can go from the Phoenician remains to Roman ruins to Moorish palaces. The port is one of the oldest. Few cities in Europe have that design of history. The port is one of the oldest continuously used in the world. The port of Malaga has been active for nearly 3,000 years, since the Phoenician times. Another concept. I know it didn't work out as I wanted because it's more fun when you can discuss these concepts with someone. Malaga has more museums per square meter than almost anywhere, with over 40 museums, including the Museo Picasso. It's quietly become one of Europe's top cultural hotspots. There are hidden tunnels under the city. Beneath the historic center, there are old underground passages. Some say they connect parts of the Alcazaba of Malaga to other areas. Most are sealed, but their existence is well documented. The English cemetery was Spain's first Protestant cemetery. The Cementerio Inglés was created in the 1800s because non-Catholics weren't allowed to be buried in consecrated ground. Today it's peacefully and a bit eerie. A Canadian hero saved Malaga's cultural treasures during the Spanish Civil War. Norman Bethune helped evacuate civilians and protect cultural heritage during the infamous Malaga-Almeria Road massacre. There's a whispering corner effect in the cathedral. Inside the Malaga Cathedral, certain spots carry sound in strange ways. You can whisper and be heard clearly several meters away. Malaga once had a thriving wine empire before a plague devastated vineyards in the 19th century. Malaga wines are exported across Europe and even, and there he's back. Welcome.
Sorry, mate. My phone died. God, what a nightmare.
It can happen. It can happen.
Sorry, apologies, guys.
I was already. This is the last kit.
That's quite nice, actually. Is that the other retro one, yeah?
Yeah, that's another retro one. But I'm already started with the next bit, and that's the cultural bit.
Right, go. Okay, mate.
I had fun facts, which I was very happy to. Instead of doing a story this week, I thought let me do some fun facts.
Sounds good.
Yeah. So I thought, well, which is fun. I was talking about that Malaga once had a thriving wine empire before a plague devastated the vineyards in the 19th century. The Malaga wines were exported across Europe and even praised by writers like William Shakespeare. That's nice, isn't it?
Well, if William Shakespeare's writing about you, then yeah, you're definitely doing something right.
Yeah. Invisible river under the city.
Didn't know
Me neither. I don't know where it is.
that.
The Centre Pompidou is one of the only few outside France. The colorful cube at the port is part of Centre Pompidou, making Malaga one of the rarest cities with the official brand outside Paris. There are legends of ghosts in the Gibraltar Castle, and they say guards and visitors have reported strange sounds and shadows at night. If you want, I can even tell you scary stories about the Gibraltar. No, I don't know any. And the Guadalmedina River often looks dry, but during heavy rains, it can turn into a powerful flood in minutes. Historically, it has divided the city into two distinct sides. The Malaga Fair used to celebrate a military victory. Did I miss anyone? No.
Nope.
So I offended every Scottish listener. I already said sorry a few times. You fell away for a few minutes.
I got back in quick though. Like to be, I didn't. I think I was going to get back in. I was maybe expecting for you to maybe have just wrapped it up, but I'm glad I managed to come back for the end.
Yeah, you're back. Maybe we weren't prepared as usual. That's on my behalf because I've
No,
been
but
away.
it was good to come on. Obviously, a different time, and obviously just get the weekly podcast. And I always, this is like always look forward to this time of the week, getting on with you guys and talking about Malaga. Now, I'm not going to promise you that Paul will maybe be so kind with the man skirt joke. He maybe take it a wee bit more offensively than I did. I didn't really care. Call it a man skirt if you want, but Paul might be a bit more sort of patriotic, a bit more sort of, didn't call my fucking kilt a man skirt. I don't know if Paul's, but he might. You can talk to him about it, but he might take it a wee bit more thingy than I did.
Yeah, but it was never meant to be a joke. I just couldn't find the words.
No, I just say because no everybody knows it's a kilt, and that's probably the best way to explain it. I'm agreeing with you. If you don't know the name kilt, you're probably going to say it looks like a skirt, and then everybody will be like, "Oh, a kilt." That's so. I can't fault you, mate.
With the deepest respect.
I
really did.
No,
Didn't try to offend anyone or.
I don't think you're offending. We're being called a lot worse than that, mate.
Do you have a prediction?
I'm going to go 2-1 Malaga. We're winning this week.
I'm going to say 1-2 Malaga.
Yeah. I think we're winning away from home this weekend, Chris.
Yeah, because I'll be there.
Enjoy it.
Yeah, I'm going to wish you a grand rest of the week.
Thank you, mate. And everybody listening, watching, and to you yourself, Chris, have an amazing rest of the week and obviously have an amazing weekend. And I will see you hopefully next week.
Yeah, probably. This was the Malaga Insiders. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and don't forget to have a great week. And as we always say, vamos Malaga.
Vamos, Malaga.